Hello, welcome. Today we have a VOD review on Route 66. Looks like we got a gold level match. We have a Mercy player here. Um, let's see. I've never seen this video before, so I'll be commenting in real time. So it looks like you got a Pharah. You got a Pharmacy, Lucio, Tracer. Okay, so let's see what the rest of your comp is. You got a Zarya.
Can't
What else?
see a Pharah.
Who's your last player?
D.Va.
Okay.
Not good for the
Alright, that's fine. Well, let's kind of, since I don't know your full comp, that's fine. Let's kind of talk about your role. So as, you got a Lucio. So as Mercy here, it's just going to be really key that you stay behind your teammates, right? You're going to use them. You're going to be using all of them as meat shields, and you're going to be running around constantly to heal everybody. Now, obviously, your job is to prioritize your Pharah. When she starts to go really deep, you're gonna have to follow her, but when she's staying around your teammates, then you're okay to bounce around between people. That's generally the right idea. Let's see. When you're with Pharah, you want to be staying on yellow on left click pretty much all the time. Sometimes you'll have an opportunity to right click the moment her rocket impacts, so you can just switch to it really quick. Similar to when like a Roadhog gets a hook, the moment he's about to left click, you can give him your right click, and then that'll charge up his left click, and that almost guarantees a kill. Almost always guarantees a kill. As another tip, as Mercy, to kind of help with your spacing, when you Guardian Angel to someone, you almost always want to cancel it right away, or sorry, not right away, but like maybe halfway through or like 70% of the way there. That way, it creates this like nice distance between you and Pharah. This is specifically for Pharah, because a lot of times I'll see a lot of bad Mercies. They'll Guardian Angel all the way, and then sometimes Pharah will start to back off, and then guess what? Sometimes you'll be like in front of your Pharah. So it's really important as Mercies to master that technique where you Guardian Angel and then you cancel it at some point during that travel time. That way you're kind of at like max healing range. So I want you to be doing that. Yeah, so that's kind of generally the idea of how to play Mercy, I think, in this situation. Focus on those two things. That'll help you with maximizing damage and making sure that you are in a safe spot all the time, or as safe as possible. The last thing, I guess, is pulling out your pistol. There are times to pull out your pistol, but it's actually pretty rare in my opinion. So if I see an opportunity to mention that, I will. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, it looks like you're doing the technique, although I'm not sure if you're doing it at the right time, where you're right-clicking. It looks like you're kind of just doing it randomly. Okay. I need you to work on your camera management a little bit more. I want you to be constantly looking about who needs to be healed and where your opponents are, where your Pharah is. So I need you to be kind of like a little bit like a maniac, right? I need you to be looking up and down and around. It looks like you're kind of just moving your camera a little bit randomly. Yeah. And you're staying on right click right now. You don't need to be doing that. The default should be left click almost always. And then, like I said, when possible, feel free to right click on the moment of an impact of a rocket. And with time, you'll get really good about when that is. Yeah. So unless, of course, the Pharah is really low. If she's really low, then you just, of course, you stay on left click. So cool. It looks like your Mercy died, but you demech. Oh, Roadhog's your 6th player. Okay, good. Yeah, killed. Good. Okay, your spacing is pretty good. Yeah, your spacing is pretty good. Your Pharah is going deep, so you probably want to go help her right now. And so right now I'm going to check to see if you do it. When you go heal this Pharah, you need to make sure you cancel your GA before you get there. So let's see if you do that. No, so actually, that's exactly the situation I was talking about. You held it all the way, and you actually ended up in front of her. Granted, she went up, but I needed you to cancel it. It also looks like you broke your heel on her. See that again. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That was fine. But you're helping your Roadhog. That's good. That's good. Okay, he's safe now. You need to go back to your Pharah, and we don't know where she is. Okay, so you're sticking a little bit too long to this Roadhog. You need to switch back and find your Pharah more quickly. She might die here. Oh, lucky you. Okay.
Go.
So right there, your positioning wasn't so good. You were pretty vulnerable. You need to stay behind your teammates as long as possible. And her heal beam, it works kind of like Zenyatta's orb. If you're out of line of sight, it holds on for a few seconds. So you can do this thing where you're healing someone, go out of line of sight, still holding your left click, and then go back to refresh that time. You know, and then go back and just keep doing that dance back and forth. Okay, good. So you're kind of just checking up on everybody. I need you to be looking up for your Pharah. Or did she die? No, she did not die. Oh, now she died. You could hold res here, or you could pop it for a tempo res. Either would be fine. Hide, hide, hide. Good, good hiding, good hiding. Good, 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 good. I think you crouched there, so good. Helping the Roadhog. When Roadhog's at about like 80, 70, we'll say 80-ish% health, usually you can just leave him alone and help and look for other people because, like, for instance, your Tracer, if she's half, or actually, even if Tracers are like at 130 health, that's probably more important than healing a Roadhog who's at, like, you know, 500 or whatever. So yeah, so don't over prioritize Roadhog. Cool. Yeah, I think you threw a right click there. That's good. You gotta help that Zarya. Gotta help that Zarya. There's a McCree. Good. You gotta help him out. Help out that Pharah. Good. Help out whoever that is. So that's Tracer. Get she recalled. Good. Good. Yeah, your team is crushing it. Actually, yeah, you got to do something about that McCree. Well, you can't specifically, but well, you could. I guess you could throw your pistol, pull out your pistol for that McCree, because it looks like your team's kind of ignoring him. What I'd like for you to do is probably go help this Roadhog finish off that McCree, because if McCree's good enough, he actually can win a 1v1 against a Roadhog, especially if Roadhog doesn't have cooldowns up. So I'd like you to go help that Roadhog. The Roadhog, my friend, you guys still, you gotta be telling your team that there's a McCree back there, right? I'm pretty sure he's still back there. Yeah, I still hear him. Okay, I think he got hooked, cool. So I would have really liked for you to help that Roadhog, just because there was nothing better to do. Oh, that far is way out of position. Good. Okay, I like this spacing. Again, this is good spacing. You're keeping back. Okay, but you gotta probably still help your Pharah. Okay, she's full health. Okay, cool. So again, I need you to be more active with your camera, constantly looking for who needs to be healed. Good, good, good. You pretty much could have been on right click that whole time, I think, because she had Lucio's ult. Okay, you pretty much were. You switched to yellow maybe a little bit early, but I don't mind that at all, so that's good. Hide, good. Yeah, I'd res here. Yeah, I would res. Good. You could have waited maybe another couple seconds, but I'm totally cool with you just burning it, because you're in danger of dying to something. Good. A little bit slow there to heal, but that's fine. I think your Roadhog needs healing. I can't quite tell. Again, because I need you to be more active with your camera. Cool, looks like you guys won that. Let's move forward. Cool.
The Mercy did.
Okay. Oh, okay, right there. That was a perfect example of you holding your Guardian Angel the entire way. And look, you're in front of your Pharah, and you should have been punished for this. At the higher levels, you will get absolutely punished by doing this. So I need you to be canceling your Guardian Angels early, and that's going to help with your spacing. Because aside from this mistake that you keep making, your spacing is pretty good. Like, you're keeping a good distance from your teammates, and generally it's been on point. But in situations like this, you're putting yourself in danger. Good. Oh, your Pharah got a kill, or rather, their Pharah died.
We're getting
Got a monkey on you. Good, you're getting away from the monkey. Oh no! Cool, you have res. Oh, nice.
just tried.
Right now you could probably, well, no, you know what, you're doing fine. No, this is good. Don't, so you got a Lucio that you can res, but I'd hold on to it. I would actually go res him right there. As soon as you got that extra kill onto Winston, I would have, well, first of all, I would have stayed closer to the Lucio. That way I could res him if I wanted to. But it looks like you might be a little bit too late. It looks like it's just about to tick. You got maybe like a second to get over there. So we'll see what you do. You opt to not res him. Okay, that's actually not that bad. So this push is probably done. No, nope. That was as soon as Zarya died. Was it Zarya? I think it was Zarya. The push was probably over, so there's no reason to do that. Help him out. No, soldier. Okay. You gotta get a little bit closer. You don't want to res here. No. So there's basically two kinds of reses. There's the big fatty reses where you jump in and you get like three plus people, or sometimes two. Sometimes a fatty res can just be two people because it just depends on the context. The other time is for like tempo, right? Like you're on like a payload. You guys a fight is maybe you traded like favorably, where you killed like 3 and they killed 1 of you. And you're pushing the payload forward, but you don't want to wait for the respawn, so you just you get that last person back, and then it's a 6v3. So that's like a tempo res, right? You're just trying to keep the tempo going, the momentum going for the next fight. That way you already have good positioning, and you're more likely to win the next fight. In that case, I feel like you were trying. It kind of felt like you were trying to do like a tempo res, but you guys had no tempo. You had no momentum to work with, so it was just a wasted res.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Right there, I think you could have right-clicked him. Right there, you could have right-clicked your Roadhog for a more meaty left click. Yeah. I would be okay with you resing here, so that you don't die. But actually, it looks like he just backed off, so maybe don't quite res yet. No. Okay. It's not a horrible res, but I think you could have saved it. Hopefully, you guys don't wipe here. So your team needs to do a good job. You probably don't need to worry about that Lucio too much. Okay, good. You backed off from Lucio. Great. Probably not a good time to pull out your pistol. It seemed unnecessary. I haven't seen really an opportunity for you to do that so far during this match. And you went for the reload. If you have to reload, you probably right there. If you have to reload right there, I think that's just a sign to just pull out your pull out your staff and go back to healing, or right clicking if you truly have no one to heal.
Protect Winston. Roadhog, please don't go that way. You need to protect me from Winston. I was healing you.
Okay, so I think I've seen enough of your offense. Mercy. Let's see what your defensive Mercy looks like. Oh, you're gonna play Ana now. Okay.
Careful, Zarya.
Man, Ana in gold. I hope you have a really good Ana, because Ana is quite tough to play. So I don't like your positioning here. It's a little bit too aggressive. I need you to be further back. And I'm not too happy with your aiming so far. You gotta go for the quick scope technique there. So right there, you need to master quick scoping. That way, you could have just quickly healed her and continue to move on. And again, your position is just way too aggressive here. Not a great sleep dart. So for sleep darts like that, you need to save them for like charges and other things. Blind sleep darts, like that, where you're kind of predicting the Reinhardt to put down a shield, is going to take a ton of game sense and practice. So I wouldn't worry about trying to do those kinds of sleep darts there. That was a pretty low percentage chance of working.
Guys, definitely need another healer.
Okay, so you guys have one healer. Oh man, so if you actually did just have the one healer, I would prefer to stay on Mercy. I already don't really like your Ana. I think your Ana is gonna need like a ton of work. I would maybe try to master. Well, no, I think that's kind of bad advice. I don't mind you bringing out Ana in ranked. Just understand that it's gonna take a ton of practice and time to get her right. So I will try to critique your Ana a little bit more right now. Cool. Okay, doing that dance with Winston is actually pretty tough when it comes to Sleep Dart, the interaction with Sleep Dart and Bubble. This is kind of a complex topic to go into right now. I will just say this: I don't like, or sorry, I do like that Sleep Dart. I think it's actually an okay thing to do. Okay, so we'll just leave it at that for now. I would have liked for you to use that grenade in conjunction with damaging him. So, you know, get close to him and make sure you can tag yourself and him at the same time.
Block my sleep dart very definitely.
I have a vault.
Pretty good. Again, I want you back more. Oh, nice sleep dart. Nice. Oh, you threw the grenade. He deflected it. So, you had enough time to react here to actually him waking up. So, you almost never want to throw a grenade at a Genji who is facing you. Almost always, you know, from the side or behind him. Or just like down at the ground so that it hits him, but he doesn't have an opportunity to deflect it. Oh, Pharah, help Pharah. Wait, hold on. Okay, cool.
Right here. I'm right here.
Nick, you could see me shooting you, could you not? I was looking straight at you as I reloaded.
Okay, they don't have trance anymore, so sorry to through it.
That was a waste of a grenade. Sorry, I probably should've-
So right now, I'd like you on the high ground. Well, let's see if we can find... Yeah, I'd like... Oh, it looks like you're going here. I'd like you here in this general area. Or like down here, like somewhere over here. The thing is, at this level, people aren't very good about staying in line of sight of their healer, so it's kind of a catch-22. So yeah, but in general, I'd like you to be as far back from your teammates as possible.
Probably fair. Pulse bomb's only doing 400.
Yeah, and being up here is good too. Yeah, this is good. This is good. This is a good spot. Actually, this is probably better than what I was saying earlier.
Bars behind us.
Nice, get that sleep dart. Good, you got the hook. When you went for this sleep dart here, you needed to do the sleep dart right away and then go back out of line of sight from this McCree. It's actually pretty dangerous that you stayed here for so long.
Where are you, Nick? I'm sorry. I was focused on sleeping.
It looks like you missed the Winston again with the grenade. So again, I need you to be using your grenades to heal yourself and to hit your opponents. And basically you want to get as many people in it as possible, teammates and opponents. And I generally would prioritize opponents more because the offensive use of nade is so freaking amazing. Okay, cool. I think I've seen enough of your video to wrap up my commentary. I don't want to give too much feedback into one video. It can be kind of overwhelming. So for your Mercy, maybe you were a little bit too liberal with your pistol usage. Need you to practice canceling your Guardian Angel. Canceling it before you get to your teammates. That's a problem I see a lot with Mercies, so I almost knew that was going to be a problem with you. Let's see. Your use of res. How was your use of res? Actually, your reses were pretty bad. I think you had 2 that were just no good. Try to think about the tempo reses and think about kind of like the big fatty reses where you hide and go for a big res, which I didn't really ever see you do. Positioning was okay for the Mercy. I wouldn't say it was great. Wouldn't say it was horrible. Your Ana positioning was pretty bad. You need to be far more back. And just to be honest, your Ana just needs a ton of work just across the board. Sleep darts, grenades, aiming, quick scoping, positioning. So, and to be fair, Ana's going to take a lot of time to get right. So don't be frustrated. It's going to take at least like 50 games before you probably are, you know, I would say good enough to bring her out in competitive. Because at this point, I would say it's not good enough. For a gold level, maybe I'm trying to think if you're like, if I would say you're a gold level Ana, maybe I'd say you're closer to a silver, and I would say your Mercy is gold, maybe a little bit higher. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So maybe watch this video one more time and look at all the small things I pointed out. There's kind of just a little bit of everything that you need to work on. Okay, cool. I hope this video was helpful.